so-called white woman. Okay? You're scared of the other nations. You're scared of how people will look at you. You're scared of your family and co-workers, how they will look at you, man. We don't care about that, man. The Most High, He raised up men to flee from Babylon, or flee from this place, like He told you, like in the 2nd chapter. I mean, spiritually, we don't give a goddamn about this place, anything in it. You know why? It's all gonna be dissolved by fire. Okay? And we're gonna enter into a new kingdom, which is gonna be nothing but righteousness, and all you people gonna be under us. Okay? Right now, you over us. Right, you got these lousy ass women. They get to choose and pick who they want to be with. In the kingdom of heaven, that's not gonna happen. We gonna choose and pick who we gonna be with. All right, and we gonna have power over life and death. Okay, so we wanna put your ass to death. We can do that. We wanna not put you to death. We can do that. We gonna have total control over you people, over you heathens. Okay? And 2/3 of you jakes that get destroyed here, you gonna reverence the prophets in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, there's gonna be a difference. All right, it ain't just gonna be you gonna have a different glow. You have a different stature. You have a different reputation. Just as you niggas have a reputation in this world, you sold out to the devil. Excuse me. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they're gonna be our children.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Not even our grandchildren.
There you go.
You don't have to reverence.
That's great grandpa right there.
You know, see, there you go. Because everything's gonna come and follow through the elect. Everything's gonna come out of lines of the elect. So ultimately, the kingdom of heaven was, honestly, it wasn't promised to the 2/3. The kingdom of heaven was promised to the 1/3, and through the 1/3, the 2/3 are going to inherit, because they're going to be the children of the 1/3. So that's why when we come out, we speak. The majority of the people, they're not going to understand. The majority of our people has that. They're not going to get this because it wasn't given to them. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but it also says in Daniel the 12th chapter that they're gonna be saying too.
Yeah, they're gonna have that everlasting contempt. That's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna have their head down in the kingdom of heaven for a time. Just for a time, you know.
And then Jake, man, we gonna be getting on him. Jake gonna score.
Man, we gonna score. We gonna, how do they call it? Bag on them, or shoot on them. Yeah. Jake. It's gonna be a big circle too. Jake.
in that day, we're gonna be 100% righteous.
That's right.
They're gonna come back with the heart of flesh. So they gonna understand why. Ultimately, it's predestination. They're gonna understand that look, the Most High He chose. He chose. Y'all was chosen.
Right. Yeah. It's all gonna be spiritual. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it. All right.
God bless you. He could be a Jake.
He could be a Jake. You don't know. That's the spirit.
That's the spirit, bro.
The man gave the man
Yeah, the
money.
seeker.
So that's the spirit. This word is getting out there. That's why it's very important to continue to prophesy, continue to get your videos up, continue to look into things, continue to study, and deny yourself more. Go ahead, brother.
So you gotta come out to the highways and the byways too.
Gotta be seen.
You gotta do that. It's the bread and butter. That's the foundation, man. You gotta be out. People gotta see you. They gotta see your prophet. They gotta see the prophets. Okay.
I shall see thy teachers.
There you go.
Like a lot of people don't be on YouTube. I know me. I didn't get to YouTube until I came across the prophets on the streets. That's why you gotta be out here.
And like the dude said, he basically saw Jake, and then he looked it up on the internet. And then you're gonna go on YouTube. So you gotta be out here. Now the heavy lifting, like the Apostle Gabar said, is through the internet. That's the heavy lifting. But your ass gotta be out there on the highways and hedges to show your faith. It's all about the Lord wants you to show your faith. That's all that this is. And to be, because the internet's gonna be shut down. Okay? The internet's gonna be shut down. So you want to be on the highways and the hedges.
Revelation chapter 11 verse 7. And when they
also we are supposed to be a spectacle. You can't be a spectacle online. You gotta be a spectacle in the flesh. So we're set up as a spectacle to these people. Romans 12 chapter.
It says, and when they shall have finished their testimony. Revelation chapter 11 verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
America. That's Esau. That beast is Esau. Okay, we're in that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which Egypt was an ancient captivity that we were in, and Sodom was an ancient place full of just homosexuals,
Yep.
you know, trannies, all type of sexual deviants, and that was destroyed.
It works.
So the Most High is likening those two captivities to this captivity here, because they spiritually resemble themselves.
Babylon is all those kingdoms mixed in one. You know, that's
Confusion.
great. Yep. That freaks me.
Confusion was a whole bunch of doctrines
Straight up.
all in one. That's confusion. Now you might have one doctrine. All right, this is the doctrine, and then there's certain guidelines. Okay, you know this is Christianity, or you know this is Islam, or whatever. But then you got Christianity, you got Islam, you got Buddhism, you got Satanism thrown in there. That's nothing but confusion, man. And that's what Babylon is. Kemet.
That's
You can be a goddamn witch here. You can worship Satan here. You can actually join the Church of Satan.
Yep.
That only in Babylon. Only in Babylon you can do that.
Yep.
But then that philosophy has spread throughout the whole planet Earth too. So you could do that in certain other countries, but a lot of countries, you gotta hide doing that shit, man. They'll put your ass to death. You know? You can do drugs legally here.
Oh man.
There's opioid dens all around these back streets. People just lying, sleeping on the ground because there's no housing. Because they have mental health issues. All mental health issues is that you're a drug addict on drugs. That's what that is. You got demons on you. You got demons on you. You got heavy spirits on you, man.
Yeah.
Esau, those drugs allow you to open up to the spiritual world.
Okay.
You get all type of demons on you. That's why you be seeing people talking to themselves. They talking to demons.
Good.
I remember a long time ago. It was this lady. It was my coach's wife. She's like, "Have you ever wondered like the homeless talking to themselves? Like, maybe they're talking. I think they're talking to God."
They talking to a mother.
Yeah, they talking to demons, man. You know.
It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
And Jake is here dead. Their dead bodies are, our dead bodies are here.
Yep.
Now, a portion of the body is being risen up and now has a life place inside of him. Ezekiel the 37th chapter.
Yep.
Okay. But for the most part, Jake is dead, man. Jake don't know what the hell is going on. They have their own idea of how the earth is going to move, or their own idea how the Most High is. You know, how he gets down. So that's why it's important for us. We got to constantly keep telling Jake, man. So when they gonna have no excuse in their time of judgment, because the word has gone out. The word has gone out. The Most High could just judge this place now, but the Most High, the Lord like to hit the point. He really likes to just give it to you over and over and over again. So when he comes to you, you have no excuse, and that's what's gonna happen. You Israelites gonna have no excuse in that day. Well, the angel is not gonna want to hear that excuse. He's just gonna put you to death. Go ahead.
It says, where also our Lord was crucified.
Yeah, he was crossed out, Yahushua. So much so that they changed his name. They gave him Jesus.
Yeah.
That's not his name. That comes with a certain spirit too.
Yep. Sure do.
Jesus comes with what? Forgiving, all-loving spirit, sodomites, trannies. You know, they got sodomite churches. They got a sodomite church in San Francisco where the pastor and everybody's gay. They got transgender churches, transgender pastors. That's you crossing out Yahushua and placing a Cesar Borgia in his stead. Okay, and what comes with that? It comes with a wicked philosophy, a wicked way of thinking that has totally destroyed our people's mind. Their plantation Christianity. Okay?
And they of people, and they of the people, and kindreds, and tongues, and nations shall see.
That's pretty much it. Oh no, that's fine.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
And nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall give and send gifts one to another.
Yeah, we've been taken advantage of. Okay, the reason why you see Babylon as a great nation, what people say the richest nation in the world, in the world, the most prosperous nation in the world, the best infrastructure. The so-called America is leading in so many different categories. At one point, this shit is declining now. It's because of the Israelites. It's because of their labor. It's because of their intellectual property that you have stolen from them and taken advantage of. The heathens, they're able to come over here and prosper because of the Israelites set the groundwork. They build up everything. Now Elam, Moab, Ishmael, they can come over here into our neighborhood, they can set up shop, and then they can take advantage of us, make all type of money. They have better opportunity coming over because of the civil rights that Jake went through. So it's all because of the backs and labor of the Israelites. While everything is running, the transit system, these public transit systems, who's up in there driving those buses, those trolleys, working on the track? It's Israelites, man. What is it called? The customer service. Who's in customer service? Supplying you Edomites and you other nations with all these goods. Jake. Who's in the manufacturing?
Yeah,
Jake. Who's in the warehouse industry? You got to get all your stuff in the warehouse, right? Who's doing that? Jake is doing that. So everything is on the backs of the Israelites. The service sector. Everything. Every goddamn thing. Your school system is able to make billions upon billions of dollars because what? Jake is up in them schools. The NCAA.
Oh yeah.
Now California is going to start paying their athletes, so to speak. But how much money has California and all these other states made off Israelites?
Too much.
They made trillions of dollars, man.
To this day.
Where's all the Israelites with that money, man? You can get pretty much any opioid nigga off the block, and this nigga was a high school running back, man, an all-star. He ain't got no money. He might have torn his ACL and they kicked him to the curb. So this happens all the time. So everything in this place is set up. Everything is set up and prospering because of these people on that side.
Yeah.
Who's in the food industry? Issachar, he cooking. Where if the Issachar side, we ain't cooking no more, the whole world will stop. America will stop.
They had Day Without Mexican. Yeah, Day Without a Mexican. They had that. They had a movie, Slovakia. It shows how much. If you remove these tribes from the scenario, man, everything will fall.
Well, if you remove salt from the body, what happens? You die.
That's right.
And we're the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
So the salt, well, that's an essential. The Most High even said that in the book of Sirach. That's an essential thing you need in your life is salt. You need salt, you need water, you need housing, there's clothing that in order for you to live. Because those trace minerals, man, that sodium chloride, that's magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, all that. You need that for all your daily functions of your body, your biological and chemical reactions. Go ahead.
Revelations 11 and 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them.
Yeah, Esau and other nations, they rejoice over us. Even during going into the time of slavery or coming out of slavery, they were sending postcards to one another. Okay? With a lot of those photos that you see in today of Jake getting hung and burnt, those were actually postcards that they will send one to another. That's what the so-called white man was doing. Okay? Rejoicing over us. And they're still doing that to this day.
And make merry and shall send gifts one to another.
That's what I was just going into. They shall send gifts one to another. They even was sending Israelites as gifts. Oh, here's a slave. And we gonna do that in the kingdom of heaven. You wanna give a brother a good gift, give him a nice little Edomite concubine, man. Or a couple of them, 1,000 of them. Give him some Hamite slaves. Some Edomite slaves to work in the field. That's the best gift you can give. Okay? The gift that keeps on giving. Alright? Keep going.
Because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth.
Yep, Judah and Ephraim. And we're tormenting Esau right now. Through the word. See, this word is really getting to this man. Because it's making people what? It's making people consider this man's his science. Question this man and his news. Now everybody's talking about fake news. We've been talking about Esau's fake news before this dude Trump starts saying it. Or before it started going mainstream. Why? Because the Most High put his spirit on the prophets to push that spirit out there. When things start happening, it's because the prophet said it before it happened. That's what prophesy means. And that's what would be considered a prophet. To say something before it happens.
And after 3 days and a half the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them.
They're coming out of slavery. Okay?
And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them with them.
So now great fear is now upon the elite of the society, not these rinky-dink, average people. And Edomites, some of them are afraid. Some of them are afraid watching the videos, knowing that there's judgment impending. But who really is afraid are the elites of the society, because they know the prophecy. They know that they're Esau. And they know that we're Jacob, and they know the prophecy that Jacob is going to take over Esau.
Okay.
So they're trying to wiggle themselves out of this thing. Okay, just like Pharaoh knew the judgment, right? Moses told him the judgment.
Yeah.
Moses told the judgment. But what the Most High did what? He hardened Pharaoh's heart. So the Most High hardened the heart of Esau. For what? For this great battle, to accomplish what he wants to accomplish. Which is what? The destruction of this man.
Yeah.
Okay? And because this is his story. This is the Yahweh Shema Shai story.
That's right.
It's a precept, Psalms chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh Shema Shai.
Yep.
Hold not thy peace.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scriptures. Keep not thou silence. Hold not thy peace. Go ahead.
And be not still, O power, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Yeah, the elites of this society. They hate the Most High, so what do? They can't physically go into, well, they trying. Esau trying to get interdimensional craft, build these different spacecrafts to go into dimensions and shit. He want to open up dimension and portals. He want to go to the spiritual world. To do what? He want to fight the Most High. Well, the Most High gonna bring the fight to you, Esau. Okay? So what did they do? They took counsel against his people. Okay? Which his people are the Israelites. And that's why when you go throughout any place in the world and there's Israelites there, they're always doing worse than all the other people. They're always down and out. They got the most ailments. They're the most bugged out. They're heavily into religion.
It says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Yep, go ahead.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And that's what they try to do. But they failed miserably, because we're back, and we're back better than ever, because that was the prophecy, Esau. It was prophesied for you to take us in slavery, but you thought that you was gonna just keep us in slavery forever. And we just gonna forget about everything. Oh, can you get Isaiah 1 and 9? We just gonna forget about everything. The Most High was gonna be like, you know what, Esau, you the chosen now. All right, no, that's not what's gonna happen. And that's not what's happening. What's happening is the breath is being put back into the body. And now the Esau, he's scared, because there's nothing you can do. We got freedom of speech now, right? We can curse your ass out in your kingdom. That's unprecedented. When in the conception of America, you can do this. You will get lynched. Okay, you will have a lynch mob grab you up, and you'll get lynched before the day ends. Okay, but now we have the word has free reign now. That was prophesied.
Going back 70 years, you couldn't do this during the 50s. That's the time that Esau want to go back to. Right? Let's go back to the 50s, the booming 50s. That's what they call it. All these Edomites is doing good, man. It wasn't, the opioids didn't exist at that time. When they had opioid dens, Esau, he had his picket fence. He was living in the suburbs waiting for you niggas. And he had his wife and his children, man. He had a nice job, he had a car, and his wife stayed at home, man.
Yep, he was able to send his kids to college. He didn't have to worry. He didn't have to worry about his daughter running off with a black man.
Or his wife.
Or his wife. So we're coming into unprecedented times. We're coming. Why? Because we're in the end. We're at the end of this thing. Where the Most High is destroying the nation of Edom, man. Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter, 30 and 7. You know, all these curses are now going to be placed upon our enemies. You know, Esau's dying at an all-time rate.
Well, you got the deaths of despair.
Yep, deaths of despair, drugs.
That's been happening for like 2 years now, man. And it's mainly you middle-aged Edomites, and now it's hitting you Generation Xers, man. You millennials, you killing yourself now. You just now hit 30, you realize that your life is shit, you know, went to college, or you didn't go to college. You know, now your mind, you all bugged out of your mind. You looking at fucking Instagram all day. You seeing people, you know, live a false lifestyle.
Yeah, yep.
You're like, damn, I could have had this. You know, why don't they ain't got that? Look at them happy and smiling all the time. So you want to kill yourself, man.
And that's what's happening.
Yep.
That's
You
actually what's
off yourself.
happening.
You jumping in front of the bar. You jumping in front of these trains in the subway system. You just taking yourself out, man, because you can't deal with the hell.
Yeah.
Or you looking for a Jose with the highest level fitting on.
Yeah.
Just to go out.
That's the choice way to
You know, that's the best way.
Painless.
Yep. Go out with your fork rush.
Yeah.
You know. That was all you wanted to say? Yeah. Go ahead.
Quick precept what you quoted on Deuteronomy 30:7.
Yeah.
And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies
Yep.
and on them that hate thee.
Yeah, upon our enemies.
Yeah.
Now Esau's getting pushed out the block. Esau's dying. His life expectancy is going down.
Cut,
and it's
cut.
like out of nowhere. It's just like it literally just happened overnight.
Well, Esau ain't got freedom of speech no more.
He can't.
He can't do what we do.
Yep.
If he come out here and say niggas need to die, you know, niggas need to be in slavery, even his own people gonna come up against
They
him.
gonna come up against
He
him.
complains about that. You know, he see these videos. You see videos of the brothers going out throughout the four corners of the earth. And he complains.
You don't have
if I
white
did
privilege
that,
no more.
if I did that, I'll get arrested. If I did that, people come up against me. Yeah, because you are losing rulership, man.
That's right.
We got the privilege that you had back in the 50s, the 40s, the 20s, right? And in the kingdom, we gonna have the same privileges that you had in your kingdom, man.
Yeah.
We gonna get to put our foot in your ass, and you can't do nothing about it, man.
Nothing.
You gonna try to call the cops. First of all, the cops gonna be Israelites, man. They
go.
gonna put more hell on you, right?
Straight up.
Where's justice? You gonna get another foot in your ass.
Is it gonna be just Esau? It's nothing but downhill from here on out.
Yep.
When you deal with graphs, right? You have the peak and you have the great default. You have that decline. So that's what's happening. You had a peak.
Hey,
You got your 15 minutes of shame.
Yep.
Now your ass is through.
Yeah.
Okay, shameful glory, shameful spewings are now placed upon your glory. You are once a glorious nation. Now you're a shameful nation. So much so you don't even have the right to speak your mind anymore.
Can't do it, man.
Nobody want to hear what you gotta say.
It says,
Oh yeah, can you go to Isaiah? You got that? Oh, you got a precept?
I got it.
Okay, go ahead and then we'll go to Isaiah 1 and 9.
This is Psalms chapter 7, verse 15. He made a pit and digged it,
Beautiful, beautiful.
and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
This dude, he made them. See, look, you can't even blame him. Esau, you can't blame nobody but yourself. Because you created this society, okay? You created this dynamic. And now your ass is falling into that trap. Your pharmaceutical companies create opioids. The so-called black man is family, they didn't create no opioids. They didn't do that. They didn't go to Afghanistan and take the poppy fields. That's basically what them opioids are. It's nothing but heroin in a pill. So Esau, you a goddamn drug dealer. Now your own nation is succumbing to drugs. Why? Because now they can't deal with pain. Okay. Then these pharmaceutical companies are preying upon the average middle-aged white person. Okay, making money off of it. And then they can't deal with stress. So if they lose a job, they end up might kill themselves. Like you got the French protest, the yellow vest, which that's going into its almost a year. Yeah, like 50th week, almost a year of them protesting. Yep, 10 and a half months. See, almost a whole year of them protesting. A lot of the cops there, they have a high suicide rate. And they're getting work long hours, you know.
The cops protesting now.
Yeah, the cops protesting too.
Here it is. The cops are supposed to be, trying to quell the Chile John protest.
Right.
Now they protesting, man. They gonna start wearing yellow vests. See, what's happening to you Edomites is your whole society is collapsing before your eyes, man. You can't do nothing to stop it. Everybody is fighting against your system. The scriptures tell you that. The earth is gonna rise up against you. And you at least know it, man. These people ain't with your new world order, man. Right? They not with the system that you set up. They not with your society, man. So they rebelling against it. And you gonna get rebellion when you try to institute your RFID microchip as well, man.
A lot of rebellion.
You thought everything was just gonna go smoothly. Oh, see, I'm gonna do terrorist attacks. know, I'm gonna have wars going on. See, we already had 2 world wars, so just the threat of World War III, these people they're gonna fold. They're gonna accept the new religion, the one world religion. They're gonna accept the one world economic system. You know, they're gonna accept the one world ruler. These people don't want that, man. They already see where this is headed, man.
And then you got the prophets out.
God.
That's really that's your ass.
Yeah, that's the dagger, man.
That's it.
See, it is you pushing out your narrative, but then Yahweh Shem Yahushua is pushing the truth out through his men. You getting exposed, man. And now you can see it too, man. This nigga be getting ready to do something, and then the prophets come out with the video exposing it, and then he got to switch it up. He just shut down. Nah, we ain't gonna do it like that. He already know. You know, so it's gonna come to the point where you're gonna have to institute Revelation 12 and 12.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to, because even at that time, miracles gonna be happening. So the power. See, right now, people, they don't really respect the prophets right now on a grand scheme. But when that power comes, it tells you that in the Psalms, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. So you're gonna have massive people being you know, delivered unto the church. You know, waking up. That's gonna mess Esau up. You know, 1/3 of the people of Israel returning back to the Most High. That's gonna totally destroy this whole economy, man. As well as pestilences, earthquakes, more wars, race wars. I mean, the Most High, he gonna hit you with everything, man. Everything in the kitchen sink. Okay?
I have one more verse.
Okay, go ahead.
Back in Psalms chapter 7, verse 16, his mischief shall return upon his own head.
His mischief shall return upon his own head, because the way that Esau set the society up, it's all mischief. The laws that he creates, you people don't have any say-so of what laws created or what laws not created. He does that in a back room somewhere. Okay, with the top level Edomites, with the elite. Okay, he don't have you average. It's supposed to be a so-called democracy, right? Or a republic where the people, it's the people's choice. The people don't have a goddamn thing to say. All right, when it comes to the laws here in America, they're being railroaded. Okay, come.
This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yeah, woe, destruction to you Edomites. You the one who write all these wicked laws, and this damn devil, he looks at the law in the Bible, he just goes directly against it. He looks at the Bible as evil. A woman's supposed to be with one man. He looks at it as being evil. A man supposed to be put to death if you lie with a man. He looks at it as evil. So what do? He allows that to happen. Okay? This man allows this shit to happen, and he writes it in his laws. Grievousness in his law. He writes laws to lock up Israelites. He writes laws so you don't have as much opportunity as he has. And then when the law applies to him, he can weave under the law. You know, he can just move over the law, because he's not subject to his own law, especially if you got money. Because he's the goddamn devil. He's a deceiver of the earth.
Well, it says that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So he didn't wrote the laws already. Just like this ban that they passed on medical exemptions for vaccines out here in California. That nigga wrote the law already. He already knew he was gonna pass it too, man. You fucking sheeps protesting. Oh no, SB 276. You writing letters to the governor. Don't sign. He signed it anyway, man.
They ain't gonna do nothing.
He has to do what his handlers tell him to do, which are the elites. They don't care about you people, man. That's gonna cause sedition in this society, man.
Second Ezra 15 chapter.
You people gonna finally realize that your government hates you. They ain't for your turn, man. They're gonna start passing more draconian laws, and you people gonna lose your minds, man. Esau gonna lose it when they start taking his guns.
Oh man, he's out of there. That's when Esau gonna fight. Esau gonna fight when Esau start taking Esau's guns, man. Because the elite, they want to have control over weapons. You know, they don't want that, because they know the history. The people can actually uprise and overthrow them. So they don't want that. If they got those weapons, there's more people than there are, those that are in leadership, so to speak. So the people can overthrow them. So they don't want that to happen. That's why they rule in the secret, in the dark. It's up in debate who really runs the world. That's how they want it. They don't want you to know, okay, I'm Rothschild. I really run this thing. I'm a DuPont.
Yeah.
I really run this thing. They ain't gonna be out like that. In the kingdom of heaven, you gonna know who ruling. All right, because you gonna have crowns on, you gonna have number gold on, and here you gonna have that rod of iron. And that glow, you can't forget that glow. Jake might just be levitating. You might not even want to walk. And you just gonna be bashing people against the head. So that's how you know who's gonna be the rulers in that day, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
This Psalms chapter.
And you're not gonna have wickedness, okay? Wickedness is gonna get put out. If we see wickedness, man, we gonna put it out. That's what's gonna happen. That's what we gonna be set up to do for eternity. We gonna keep the world, we gonna keep the earth ruling in the proper way that the Most High wanted to, okay? Righteousness being righteous judgments. This place has no righteous judgments. This place is totally on the opposite side of the spectrum when it comes to righteousness. You know, his judicial court, his system, right? What that goes into justice. That's far from justice. Okay, that's why Jake always got to protest. No justice, no peace. Hands up, don't shoot, because you're getting railroaded in the court system day in and day out, getting football numbers.
Yeah.
This is Psalms chapter 141, verse 9. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me.
Yeah, keep me from the snares. And if somebody gets Psalms the 10th chapter, you can start at the top. Keep me from the snares that they lay for me. Because this whole society, this system, which means trap, is all a snare to trap you up. To trap you up into consumerism, to trap you up into philosophy, to have your mind totally in this system. To where if somebody can tell you the truth, they look, hey, I'm telling you the truth, trying to wake you up. You look at this like, man, you better get away from me, man. You a bug out.
It's chemtrails. Look what you talking about. That's exhaust.
What you talking about? This ain't real meat. This McDonald's burger, this shit tastes good as shit.
Got babies in it. Now you tripping.
Y'all crazy, man. See, somebody like that, you can't rehabilitate a guy like that. And that's what Esau wants. He got his red, blue, and yellow list and shit. Esau doesn't want anybody to be rehabilitated. He wants them stuck in that system. He wants them stuck on his philosophy, on his wavelength, on his spirit. Okay, and but this truth is counter intuitive to this man, because this is the only thing that can get an Israelite out of that current way of thinking. Okay, what? Because this book can cast spirits off of you, right? And this book can raise the dead, and that's basically what it's doing. It's raising the dead. It's healing the sick. Okay, through this word, real quick, you get Matthew 10 and 5. Real quick, because this word does a lot. Look, the Lord cleaned us up. Look where we were prior to coming into this thing. We was all messed up. We were just a Babylonian. We didn't know. We had no idea. We had aspirations of being professional athletes, rappers. Your mind was so stuck in a small box that that's the only thing that you can think of, being a rapper. That's like the highlight of being an Israelite, is being an entertainer.
Yep, spirit. Yep.
You couldn't even think outside of the box. You couldn't even you weren't even conscious. But this truth makes you totally conscious. Okay, to Yahweh Shema Shah, you start understanding the workings of the Most High's mind on a very small level of what He gives us. Okay, because the Most High is way out. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Matthew 10.
Yeah. This is Matthew 10 and 5.